Okay, hello guys. My name is Fermi. So I'll be putting us through and I'll be taking us through every little steps, communications, everything you need to know about scouting. Most importantly on Discord. So once again, my name is Fermi and I am someone that I scout most times on Discord. The reason why I scout on Discord is because I found Discord much more interactive and much more easier to get conversion. Yeah, some people might call it easier, some people might say it's hard, some people might say it's normal. But at the same time, what I know is if you are able to perfect your communication, you can scout anywhere. You can scout on Discord, you can scout on you can scout on Facebook, you can scout on Twitter, any kind of social media. Just name it. As long as you are able to perfect your communication skills. So that's just it. So let's quickly get into what we have here. So I am on my Discord account currently and I'm going to just explain some little vital things about this Discord scouting. Whenever you want to scout on Discord, we have something we call branding. Now, your branding is what speaks about what you are offering. Like for instance, let's name some brand outside there, Coca-Cola, any kind of brand outside there. They have their color, they have their logo, everything. I too am trying to build a brand. Now I'm going to show you how it shows itself as a brand. But first, let me quickly explain this. This is my profile, my logo. Now my logo via you can use the logo for yourself, you can use a picture of yourself. Just make sure it's a professional picture that displays a clear and precise picture of you or any kind of person you want to use, and whether any background, just make sure the background is clear enough. And for the banner over the cover banner over here, I designed it using Canva, so you can make use of Canva to get some sales proof and add it there. Now over here too, if you check here under the pronouns, I edited it and I changed it to something else. So I changed it to owner of Tips Club. Now what is the Tips Club? It is a server that I created for myself. So that's my server. So I named it Tips Club. So that's why it is there. So I needed to add it there. So we call something official. So I'm trying to make it official. I'm trying to make it look very, very official. That's why I'm adding it to my profile. So in case anybody that gets to my profile is going to be able to believe that okay, this person is a person that I can trust, something like that. And also if you can see over here, the profile you're seeing over, I know you some people might feel like why is it changed? Yeah, I have a neutral plan. That is, I bought the neutral plan, but don't be freaked out. It is not compulsory you have a neutral plan on Discord before you can be seeing coverture. I have this normal account, so it's not compulsory. You have a pro, or let's say a neutral account before you can be using it to scout. So that's it. So and to the about me over here, I have the descriptions and I wrote a little bit about my brand, my brand or my business. So and over here we have the link tree. Now I added it to a Ziply link because I want to track how many clicks I'm getting on that certain link. So that is the reason why we have it there. Now I'm going to be showing us this link tree, everything that I attached to it, and all other things you need to know about it. So let's quickly check it out. Okay, I think I have the bookmark here over here already. So now this is my link tree. Now my link tree, I try to design this link tree to fit what I'm rendering, or let's say I'm selling. Remember, I'm selling e-commerce service. Now, I am selling e-commerce service based on drop shipping. That is, people that drop ship from any kind of supplier they use, and they want to make sales, they want to build a profitable drop shipping business. So I help them to build to build their business, and as well showing them proof. There are some things that if you are scouting, you might have been scouting but not getting conversion. You might have been scouting, showing them this, showing them that, telling them this, telling them get that, but you're not getting conversion. Do you know why? It's because they are not having enough proof to trust you. Now, over here, I made use of Linktree. Remember, Linktree is free, so you don't need to worry about getting Linktree for some money or other stuff. It is free too. So I have my profile over here and I have my username. Yeah. So and over here I added the heading and I added my Fiverr link there. So if you have like Upwork, if you work on Upwork, if you work on Fiverr, you can add it here. So let's move to the next thing. So it says do you need a dropshipping mentor? So, over here, it leads to my website. That is, if I click on this site, it will lead directly to my site. So I have the page over here. I've opened it. So this is it. So on this page, as you can see, it is my website. I designed this website with the use of Jimdo. I made use of this Jimdo to design this site. It is totally free. You don't have to worry about getting a website at a cost. Everything I'll be putting you through, everything is free. So don't worry about any cost, of course. So that's it. So over here too, I attached my gigs. As you can see, I listed my gigs on this website so people can believe and see enough thing. Like I'm trying to make these things look official. So that is the reason why it looks like this. So now over here too, as you can see, I designed these reviews using Canva as well. So that is it. So over here, our mission and some other important things. So you can also go to Jimdo and design your own site and make it look awesome as well. So and here too, I connected my socials, my Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook and Discord. So this is everything you needed to see on my link tree. So that is it. Very, very short and precise. And there's no matter how, if you're sharing this kind of link with people that you're scouting with, they should go and check it out. They will be able to trust you, as long as you also have your social medias built, you have grown it enough to some extent of trust. So that is it. So now let's go back to this Discord we are talking about. So over here on my Discord, I hope you are able to understand the way I set up my profile and the one of the reason why I'm seeing conversion with this profile. But that's not all. Now let's get into the process I took in getting conversion on Discord. So over here we have a certain person. Now this person, I'm going to brief it this kind of person too, because wasn't actually our beginning of conversation, but at the same time I can say this is our conversation beginning, because the reason why I said this is because we have been chatting in a server before. We have been chatting in a server, but not really related to services, all those kind of stuff. It's just normal mutual communications. So until I came to her DM myself, she's a lady. So I came here introducing myself. I use the short welcome message. Now, I'm going to recommend us to get any kind of welcome message. I'm going to give us tips on that too, and I'm going to give us examples on different kind of welcome message you can use for yourself to secure a better conversion on your scouting, so you won't meet people that they feel like somebody has messaged me with this kind of message before. It is so annoying. So when you message a buyer with same welcome message that other person has used, it's not happy at all. So that's why I'm going to be showing you different kind of welcome message that you can use on scouting. Now let's quickly get into that. Now I have one over here. Now this is one that I use on. Okay, hold on. Let me show you this. This one that I use on my social media. I use them on Discord as well. So if let's read. Now I said I am very keen with your product. I'm very glad to have a spot on it. Anyway, I have made some little research about it and I figured out it could work out better with a very detailed marketing strategy. Let me know if you're down for a quick share. This kind of thing is a kind of straightforward message that you can use. All right, so let's move to the next one. It says, "Hey there, we are impressed with your product and we are keen to say a good job on your findings. Anyway, are you open for a quick chat? Let us know." The reason why these two messages are kind of related and different is because, I made one for long and I made one for short. So, pertaining to any kind of method you want it, you can just rephrase it and and send. So that is it. And I'm also going to be helping us with more welcome messages. I'm going to write it myself. Now, the kind of welcome message, another welcome message I use is, you can call it code message or welcome message, is I greet them hello or I, or their name and etc. And I can go ahead with how are with a question mark. Now, from there, I'll move forward to the next. I can introduce myself. I am Groovify. I can say I'm Groovify by name. Would you mind I ask you some few questions? That's all, and I send. So this is a very very straightforward uh uh code message. The reason why I'm ending this with question is because I really love this thing whenever you're scouting and you prepare this kind of person mind ahead, so you won't later feel like, oh, why is this person still messaging me? Something like that. Whenever you kind of person has gotten different kind of messages, and you yourself you went to that person again, messaging with same message, it is very very annoying. So, but whenever you're different, you make it look different. So you are also trying to prepare their mind by asking this kind of question. Would you mind I ask you some few questions? So it is very, 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 very straightforward. That is, it now depends on the buyer to say yes, no, go ahead, etc. So that's just it. So let's move forward to what we have here now. I messaged. Remember, I said we have been chatting somewhere before, but we I came to a DM for real business. We have been chatting in the server that we made for just a kind of mutual communication. But when we got here, I tend to get more closer to the lady, because she's a lady. Sorry, she's a woman. So that is it. So let's get into it now. I said, I sorry if I disturb your inconvenience, but I will be sincere. You inspired me, and I am willing to take the privilege to help you out at any cost. So if you don't mind, can we be partners? I also have a store and I make good sale. But seeing your store too is like a good challenge, and I appreciate that. With a grinding emoji. One thing is that you see on my account over here, this particular account. Now I scout as a marketer. Now, who do we call a marketer? That is a person that is selling a service. And I also scout as a mentor. A mentor is someone that offers, we have, in short, we know these kind of mentors that they sell course, they sell one-on-one presentation, different kind of things. It is also related to this freelancer, but this mentor, they make their own may look different a little bit by offering calls, by offering this and that. So that's just for a mentor. And I also scout on this same account as also a Shopify merchant, or let me just say store merchant, or some people call it store owner as well. So that is it. I also scout in these three ways on same account. That is, I scout on this in these three ways on this same account. Now I'm going to show you how I do it. Now I'm also going to show you some other messages under this page. Now let's move forward. Now it says she now responded. She said, "Hey, I found you. LOL." Now, how do you partner on something like this? Now, let me quickly brief you about what we have been saying in the server. Now, I met this woman. Now, she came into the server talking about a store, if our store is okay. I was now trying to respond and communicate with her that the store is very, very fine. Meanwhile, the store is not really fine, but I just needed to keep our hopes nice. That okay, you did a good job on your store. So I let her know. Now, telling her, she was so impressed and she replied happily. And from there, I was able to build up with her, telling her how did she made the site and etc. So she fall into it and responded me. Then I took the decision to come to her DM, now giving her this kind of code message. So that is it. So let's move on now. I now replied her with, it is not something hard, but I can send you guidelines. What we were trying to do over here is, after I mean, during the conversation in the server, she tried to send me an invite to her store because she has a little issue to understand that I wanted to help her get solved. So I needed to send her my mail and steps that she can add me up. So let's move forward now. She now said done. Then she has sent me the staff access. The reason why we are going into this, remember, she hasn't paid me yet. We haven't negotiated about any price at all over here. We didn't negotiate about any price. Now, the reason why we didn't negotiate about any price is because I know what I'm doing. I wanted to offer her a value first. I'm trying to convince her with my own service that I can render her value, and I want her to see the value in my service. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm rendering this for free first, you should also do this. It's not compulsory. But at the same time, if you feel like this person, you want to do it for that kind of person, you can do it too as well. But just make sure the service you are doing is not too much of going for free. That's it. So let's move forward. Now, after she sent the mail, I accepted it, and then I was going to solve the issue. Now, let's quickly jump into, yeah, over here now. She was trying to be like ask some questions. Now, I needed to give her a response that I am from Atlanta, Georgia, because the reason why I'm doing this is because I have a foreign Fiverr account, and I tend to realize that if I'm going to convert her to my Fiverr account, now I need to be real about my Fiverr account, because if I say I'm from other countries and she realizes that my Fiverr account is from other country, what would I say? So I will advise you, just scout based on the kind of country your Fiverr account is based on. Whether you're using a Nigeria account, whether you're using a foreign account, whether any kind of country account, you can make use of that account and based on that state or the country. So that's it. So let's quickly move forward into these things. Now, she now tend to be a kind of relative, someone that quickly she build up with friendship. So I try to understand this person, because if I didn't try to understand her, I wouldn't have been able to convert her to my returning buyer. Yeah, trust me. Because the fact is, you see this buyer, they are all different. So if you want to gain conversion from them, always try to understand them at the very beginning. Now let's look deeply into this. Let's go back here. She said, I do have to be somewhere at 6 p.m. tonight, but only for a short time. I do have to get ready yet, but soon. It is 4:24 here now. Not sure when you are, but will be back to continue. This kind of message that she's trying to send to me over, she's trying to tell me she's going somewhere. Just imagine, at the very beginning of a conversation, she's telling me that she's going somewhere and she will be back. I know she needs to tell me this, but at the same time, a buyer that feels very relative doing this. Not only this, I'm going to show you more now. Now I'm going to show you why I'm saying this. Now she now said, now I now replied that, oh, same time here. Looks like we are same on time. We are on same time zone. She now say awesome. Now I replied her with my country. Now, and I also say great. That's cool. I like that. Now she replied back. She said, get out. That is so close. I am Florida, Tampa area. Now the meaning of this get out is just like, should I call it exclamation? Like, she was surprised to see that I'm living in. I choose to I choose a kind of state that lives closer to her side. So she was impressed and she was surprised at the same time. So she needed to tell me she lives in Florida as well, in the Tampa area. Now my response was, oh, that is so big and close. Now with a laugh word, AA. Now I now replied again. I said, good city, state. Now, let's move forward. And she now replied back. She said, I know, right? Now, I now said, yeah, been there once. And the reason why I'm doing all this, because at the beginning of conversations, you sometimes need to understand these people by giving them some responses of being relative. For instance, you are chatting with someone about something. Now, you're trying to know much about them. You're asking questions, right? Remember, you're asking questions. Now, you too, as you're asking questions, always try to give them a response, a feedback on that kind of question you're asking them. So it will make it look more relative, so that they will also feel free to give you a response back. Just imagine you're asking them question and you're not telling them about you too. It will feel like you're trying to spy, or you're trying to, aside spy, you're even trying, they might not trust you enough. That's just it. So she now replied back. She said, "Yeah, but we are getting overcrowded." She's talking about our city, so we chatted about our city over here. Now, until this area now, I think she's still talking about our area over here. So I want to skip. I want to jump into the next place where we talked about the work. We have been chatting about our area over here. Let's read this message a little bit. She said, "Why I try to keep my profits in the 100% area." Some of the suggested, okay, yeah, she was talking about our store over here because I think we jumped off over there later. Now, I replied her with, "Look, that's just the case right now. A lot of people are diving to the place just because it is really a lovely place to be, as well with those little exciting areas in Florida. It is nice." Now, she now jumped into the to project we had to discuss together. Now she now said, "Why I try to keep my profit in 100% area. Some of the suggested price are off charts. Yeah, I guess cause I live here, it is old. I've done all the touring side that I get to do. I came from Wisconsin. I don't know. Now, of a dairy farm, imagine that, and then come to Florida. Wow. Been here since 1999. That is, she has been in Florida since 1999. Now, and I said, well, I replied her, so you can read her through the screen. Now, and I replied again, I said, "Damn, you're really a big native of that state." With the kind of blushy emoji. Should I call it blushy emoji? But it's fine. Now, she told me a kind of little history about herself, and I'm trying to react to it. That is it. It's a kind of normal mutual continuous relationship. This is how we build relationship with the buyers. If you want to see conversion, you need to get used to things like this. Now let's move on. Now I now said, "I suggest you only give me two assets. Is that right?" Now, after I went over to check the assets she sent to me, now I now logged into the Shopify store. Now I now realized that this access that I got from her was only to two places. So I needed to let her know. Now she answered to the first said, now the next thing was, she said, "What do you need? I will fix. Fix you should have all now." Now she tried to fix everything, and I think by then she gave me all access to her store. Now she now no, well, I replied back to her first message talking about their our life, etc. Now, moving over here, let's quickly jump down here now. Over here, we got the issue solved, and she said, "No, we haven't got the issue solved yet. I was facing an internet problem over here then, so I needed to let her know. So she should give me some minutes to get it solved." So let's move down here. Okay. Now, over here, if you noticed, if you're reading this conversation through the screen, you will notice that we were still talking about this kind of should I say a composition about ourselves, what we like, everything etc. And at the same time, it's just like an history about we're just talking about a lot of things, and we're also talking about the work that we want to do. We are doing same thing at the time. So that is it. So she's also a person that she really likes to talk a lot. So I get used to it, and I also roll it up with her. Just imagine she likes this and I don't like it. We might not be very relative as this. So it is also important you learn how to be relative with your buyers or with these new people. At this extent, I haven't gotten any project from her yet. I've only got access to her store first just to get a kind of issue solved. So you two that you're scouting out there, I know you have been scouting for many buyers, looking for conversion, but you're not getting any conversion, right? Yeah, I will advise you should find a way to get an access to your buyer store. Then the reason why I'm saying this is because your chance of getting projects from that buyer, it has turned to 80/20. That is 80%. There is 80% high chance that this buyer is going to order you if he has money, if he has the budget. And 20% will be for probably if he doesn't have access to the budget. So he might be like, "Oh, I don't have the budget to hire you, sorry. But I tell you, you're going to do it for free, etc." So that's just it for those kind of buyers. Now, to the next thing, let's just rush it up and get here. Now, I want us to get right to the place where I solved our issue. Over here, we're still talking about everything about composition and history about what she likes, what I like, etc. That is how everything keeps going. Now, we talked a lot, we chatted a lot, and yeah, I think yeah, okay, okay. Let me jump down here. Okay, so I think I now found the issue going on with her store because remember I said she has a issue going on with her store, so I'm trying to help her solve the issue. So I needed to get an access to her store in order to help her solve this issue. And the issue was coding. This is the coding. The coding appeared at the footer menu of her store. So I needed to go into the back end of her store and get it solved. So I got it solved successfully and she was happy. She was really, really impressed. Come check it out. Now let me show you the place. Okay, before we get there, okay, it looks like we are up again. All right, yeah. Okay, let's start from here. Let's start from here again. Now she said, "Great." Now what? You can instead make them. We've been talking about pop up over here too as well earlier before I got this issue solved. So we were talking about pop up. Pop up is like this that deals with email marketing that appears on a store to get leads. You know that is it. So we're talking about it because I checked their store and I was giving her feedback. So I will also recommend you whenever you are checking this buyer store, give them feedback about their store. Let them know what you saw. Let them know what you feel like they should have, and let them know what they shouldn't use. etc. Things that you recommend them to do, things you recommend them not to do, and that is just it. So we're talking about Klaviyo. I needed to recommend how to Klaviyo sales funnel, etc. So I was now recommending how to make use of a good pop-up form that the one she's using is not okay enough. That why don't she use Klaviyo now? And I said like the one I recommend is using Klaviyo. Now the one I now said I said, or don't just like using pop-up, right? But I think it is good for capturing traffic leaks. As we all know, pop-up form it can be used to capture leads. That is it. Now, and over it, she said she don't like it. I know when I stop it bugs me, so I didn't want to use it. What do you think? Now, she was asking for my opinion too. Normally, she said she doesn't like a pop-up form, but she was also asking for my opinion. Why? Is because she sees that I, as an expert, she trusts me that I know more better than she does. So she's trying to hear my opinion. And my response was, instead of that, there is other way than removing it and don't use any again. etc. Now remember, I said she has a pop-up form on her store before, so I needed to get that one off, and I was trying to upsell her, get a project from her so I can get a new pop-up form for her. So now she now said, if you think it helps, I'll give it a try. Just imagine. After I was able to tell her this. Now, like the one I'm recommending, I can help you set it up based on command so it don't just pop up always like this. She was talking about something like pop up just appears. Some people find it complicated when you visit a site and a pop up appears immediately. Some people hate it a lot. In fact, some audience get frustrated about it and leave a site immediately they see a pop-up. They feel like it is an ad that disturbs them, etc. That's just it. Now she now responded back. She now said, whatever you think is the best, I'm putting my trust in you and your expertise. Just imagine. Have you ever seen a buyer telling you this? Either you have seen a buyer telling you this or not, trust me, the reason why she's doing this is because of the branding I did to my profile. Do you get me? That's just it. Now, and I said, sure, it will. Hold on, because she needed to ask me that if it will help, she will give it a try. And I said, sure, it will. Now she now said, what do you need from me to get it done? And I said, thanks. I believe we can make a success. I'm trying to respond to this one too. So the next question from her was, I got you. Thank you so much. I feel in this short time I have made a friend. Just imagine. Why is she saying this? Is because remember we have been talking about composition. Should I say essay? etc. about her. That is it. And I've also been chatting with her about mine too in a little bit as well. So she was able to feel related and say that she looks like she have gotten a friend. Just imagine. Now, I now responded that, well, just some information to set up, but you can sign up yourself instead, and some fund probably, because it involves some coding and some other features that can be added. Hold on, let me send you the full details, full explanation of the work of these things and the benefits so you can understand better. Now, you see this little content that I wrote over here, I was trying to let her understand that this project isn't for free, and at the same time I'm going to send her more details about the project. Do you get me? So that is it. So she now said great. Now, and I said, thanks a lot, I appreciate that, since she said a friend over here. So now she sent this emoji. Now, over here, and I say, yeah, hold on, let me drop you a file so you can take a look to it. Now, you now say, okay, I have to go in and 30 minutes. She's trying to go somewhere, so that's why she's sending this message again. Now, she now responded to that one. She said, not really familiar with coding and stuff like that. She's trying to let me know that she's not really related to coding and stuff, etc. So she don't know much, so she can't do it. I'm trying to win her over that, and so that she can hire me. There are some buyers that you need to tell them this, that you will be doing some coding, some stuff, so they will be able to know that this kind of project they can't do it. Do you get me? There are some buyers that you'll be chatting with them. When you chat with them that you're going to do this, they are going to do this. Easily they can go to Google and go and search for it. Easily, uncle see Google, and they will search, how to do this, how to do this, how to do that. And just imagine if they go to Google and search something like that, and they realize that it is something that they can easily get done. Just imagine, why would they come back to you? So that's just it. So you just needed to let them know you are going through some coding and some other stuff that takes time. So telling them that will make them believe that, oh, you're going to do a work as well. You yourself, you know that you're going to do a work too. So that's just it. So let's move forward. I now sent her this file. Now this file, what is inside this file exactly? It is my plan. I'm going to show us right now under my file. So I already have it here now. This file is my Klaviyo sales funnel plan. Now everything you can see here is my plan on Klaviyo sales funnel. Now I needed to write everything accordingly with explanation, etc, the definition, step by step, what we will get done, and I was adding pricing to every one of them. Just come and check. Hold on, I will show you now. I was adding pricing to every one of them. I think this one doesn't show pricing. I think I have the one that shows pricing. But if we're unable to see it, then maybe we'll move forward. And but I'll just identify where you can add your pricing to each places. So you can easily add your pricing after this place. You can add your pricing to each flows. So I added my pricing to it. This is not the version where I add my price. So I added my pricing to each flows accordingly. I listed out at least 7 flows that I can do, and I added the benefits of the each flows. And also I also added the prices to the ending, remember. So you can also add it. You don't need to come down here and come and add the what is it called, the total. Sometimes you don't need to do that. You don't need to you just need to split it. So in case the buyer is not able to afford the full payment, you should be able to afford some of it. You get me? So that's just it. So this is the plan that I sent to her, and the total of the plan there was $700 alone only. So that's just it. So let's continue. Now, let's now find out if this lady if this lady made the payment of 700 or not. And if she did it, how was I able to convert her to do it? And if she didn't, why? Now, we don't know yet, and I'm still going to show you everything right now. Now, she now responded that, great, I have a small budget of about $200 to get started. Do you think that will get us up and running some? After she went over to check this, she was now like, I have a budget of $200 to get started. Just imagine a person that I sent her a plan of 700. She's now telling me that she has a budget of 200. If you have the kind of response, what will you say? Will you say, okay, send it like that? Normally I hear some people that they offer this Klaviyo service for less than 200. But the difference between I and them is because I was able to modernize my plan. That is, I send them a plan, I made them understand the benefits, and I was able to sell my service in a premium way. That is it. Because I was able to present my service to her very, very professionally. I didn't copy and paste this and send it to her just like that. I made it inside a plan, or let's say I made use of a notepad and I sent it to her as a plan. You can also make use of Google Doc. You can paste your plan there and send them to have a look at the plan that you have, so they can just have a look at it by themselves. So that's just it. So let's move forward now. And I said, oh, I can definitely help you with that. So no worries at that level, okay? With the coding, sorry. I'm responding to the coding over here. I was kind of late responding to the former messages before I respond to the current messages. Anyway, she now responded that you are the best. Now I now responded to this back, to this $200 budget, and I said, well, I do guess you read the file first. So if that is read, then we can negotiate better. I'm trying to let her understand, but you read the plan that I sent to you. So if you read the plan, of course, you should be saying 200, something like that. So I now said, thanks a lot, champ, to the you are the best, she said. Now, she now said, okay, going to read now. And I now later realized that she hasn't read it yet. So she only said that message. She sent that, I think she sent it immediately after I sent it. Yes. It was after I sent it immediately that it was like she had sent this message. So by that time, she hasn't read it yet. So I was able to understand that she hasn't go through the plan yet. She now said, okay, going to read now. And I said, all right, take your time for sure. Sometimes you need to give this buyer time. Let them do what they want to do so they can even have the time to think very well on their decision. That's just it. Don't force buyers. Don't pressure them too much. So that's just it. And as we now move to the next place, she now said, okay, so a quick run through and the pricing comes to $700. She now said, sorry. Now she was now like 700. She now said, do I have to buy all that of she now she wait, let me read it again. She now said, okay, so a quick run through and the pricing comes to 700. Do I have to buy all of that to make this profitable? She was asking like, this kind of budget 700. Does she have to buy it and for she to be able to get a profitable store, something like that. I was now like, wow, welcome back, because it took her a time to get back to me after 5:29. It was now after 5:34 p.m. She now got back to me. And I was now like, oh wow, welcome back. You're so fast in reading. Just the kind of jovial stuff. Now she was now like, well, that's because I don't understand a lot of it. I can learn as I go. Now she was like, she just read it so quick because she don't really understand much about it. Trust me, I made that plan as easier as possible to be able to read. But she was like very, very curious. So that's why. So and I needed to respond to this. And I said, yeah, of course, you can, as you will, as you have more yeah. I said, yeah, of course, you can, as you will have more privilege to upsell your customers and even get sales by the time you start getting traffic. She was not like, I was going to respond to this second one. And I said, yeah, gotcha. You will learn, of course. And as well, I'm also here to help you out consistently. Help out consistently to every members of Zendrop, and that's why I'm giving the role. I'm a Zendrop enthusiastic into the server in the server of Zendrop. So that's why I was trying to claim my rover. It's just like making a someone believe. Like for instance, I'm also the founder of Tips Club, so I can also tell her that as a mentorship server owner, I am trusted by many people. etc. All this kind of thing. I'm just trying to make her believe me and the trust. So if you are someone that have a Fiverr account with reviews, you can also use your Fiverr account. And if you don't have a Fiverr account, if you have a website, you can also show her, okay, this is my website, the owner of this website, this and that. And there are more proof to even prove yourself. You can tell them to go to Google, search for your name. Like for instance, let me try my own. If we go to Google, you see that my brand name appears on Google. Now let's search for my site, Friend John Tips Mentorship. I appear on Google search engine. This is just it. Now, this is my sign up form. If we click on it, it will take us to the sign up form. And for here too, we have my TikTok, we have my Instagram, and we have some more things. And okay, we have some other search results. and etc. But for this sign up form, it is under, can you see, Friend John Tips Mentorship? It is under the home page of this place. Let me show you this home page. When you click on this get started, it will take you to that sign up form. That's just it. So let's check it out if it is working or not. Okay. Okay, I see. Now it looks like I later tried to redirect it to my Fiverr later after, but in the long run, I made use of I designed this little pop up for myself using I think, yeah, Jot form. I made use of Jot form. So that was what I used to design this site. So that is it. So as you can see, I am appearing on the search engine. Now, this is it. So you can also use this as a proof to your buyers. That's my point. You can use it as a proof to your buyers. Just tell them, go to Google, search for my name. As long as you are on social media platform, you can also make use of them and to build trust. That's just it. So let's move forward. Now she was now like, so how does this all come into play? I don't know if I know how to do all these things. It said a lot of that a lot of the terminologies I don't fully know yet. She was like, after I sent her the plan, she was like, was she going to be the one to do it herself? If after reading that kind of plan, all this kind of plan that I sent to her, she was not like, would I be the person to start working on this thing myself? I was not like, good news, I fixed the issue. Now, okay, now this is taking us back to this issue over here. This one, this issue. So I solved it. So I was not like letting out, that's why I really love that kind of thing. Let your buyers know any process you take for their store, anything you do for them, just make sure they know so that they can feel appreciated with you. That's just it. So I made her realize that I've done it, I've solved it because I was solving her store issue and also chatting with her at the same time. So that's just it. So I now said I can get into my she now no, she said I can get into my retirement fund for the price. I just want to make sure that I don't waste any money, and it won't work for me. And she now say nice not to see that they no, nice not to see that day. She was responding to the issue I fixed, so I don't want to waste our time on that. So now this kind of response, she was talking about the price of 700, that she can get some money from her retirement fund so that she can be able to do the project. But she was just saying that so that she will make sure she's not wasting her fund on something that it is unnecessary, it is. So that's why she's saying that. I was not like, oh yeah, actually everything is necessary. Love. Now, in fact, by the time this is done, you do be able to convert your traffic into sales. Remember, she hasn't been getting yes, she has been getting traffic, but I don't know where our traffic is coming from, but it's not from my hand. So I'm just trying to follow that process first before getting into marketing. And I say, purposely, this is for getting ready to convert traffic. So by the time this traffic starts coming in, you will be able to, you will be how you will however be able to get good conversion from traffic. So that's it. So I was not like, well, it does because I do feel like changing the thing, but no, sorry, I'm responding to something else, which is the first issue I solved. So I don't want to waste our time on that one. So she was not like, I know this sounds crazy, but I was trying to set up like a mini Amazon. I add new stuff every day because it is true. She adds products of that stuff every single day. Every single day. She has products, and when I was able to check her product, she has added over 600 products to that store. So she was now like she wants to sell everything as possible, as soon as possible, because she feel like, okay, if she has many products in her store, people will be able to shop enough products of her store. But she has forgotten that it is not every buyer that will have time to be scrolling to your store to get something, but she didn't understand that one. So I think I needed to explain to her over here. Let's check. Now, and I said, like you add product day by day. I asked her again. She was not like, I want something that looks professional. I have seen some of some on here that I would run from, and sometimes I feel like this is what is happening to my, and yes, I do add products. So more on weekends by the hundreds, because I work a 9 to 5 job. But yes, that's why I have so much inventory. She's the kind of lady that I can say she's an hardworking woman. She works 9 to 5 jobs, and she's also trying to do a dropshipping business as a side hustle business for herself. And she's also a married woman, and she's also hustling for herself, something like that. So that's why I call her an hardworking woman at the same time. So over here, and I responded her that at times goes on, you will understand okay, I was like, as time, sorry, I did a mistake. As time goes on, you understand everything. I think you read the file and it explains a lot to you. So don't panic. I am here with you to support your journey and help you make success and no delay. So the first thing we have here is we make the website redesign or get into the flow straight up, something like that. I'm just trying to prepare her mind to get into it as soon as well. And I said, that is great. I was replying to this, the one that she said she works 9 to 5 job. And I said, that's great. You see, to what you said, that is what you are going to get, because I'm going to show you stores I have built already before. So I showed her these stores, this different kind of stores that I've designed. I showed her, that's why I said proof, it is very, very important. You too, as a Shopify store designer that you want to render service to someone, you must also have your own proof. You must also have what you are offering to these people. You must also have the proof of what you are trying to offering. Sorry, that is, you want to offer them something. So you should also have proof of what you want to render to them, the end result. The end result proof. You must have everything in your portfolio or in your gallery or your library. So that's just it. So and I sent out these few stores and this Crevados site. Now it is also my portfolio site, another portfolio site aside the Linktree site. Now, and I said, feel free to share your thoughts on this. So I sent this site. These are the site that I designed myself. So then I said, okay, well, if I want this to work, I have to make the leap. Let me see. And I said, great. It will be awesome to see you do. If you're on desktop mode, you'll be able to see my library where I was like, this kind of library. So if she clicks on it, she'll be able to see it very well. She now said, this looks so good. I really like the Chiefs one, almost like mine. Okay, I have to go, but I will be back as soon as I can. Who and how do I get this page? Now she's like, she's showing interest. Remember, when I haven't sent her this kind of site links, she hasn't said anything like who and how do I get this page. But after she said, she was able to see proof of kind of site that I have designed before. So she was able to see that, okay, I can do this thing very, very well. So she was able to believe that. Now, she was not like, okay, she's going somewhere, she will be back. And she now has that. Who and how do I get this paid? She now responded that, is that your fee for the setup or re- reconstruction of my page? Something like that. She was trying to verify, like, okay, is that my fee for our setup or the the reconstruction of a page, something like that. So she was trying to understand. Now I responded to this first line, which says, great, I am so happy you did, with a laugh word. Now, I'm sorry, with a smile word, not a laugh word, but you can also call it a laugh word. Anyone. Now, I now responded to this second one, and I said, have we discussed about the redesign fee yet? Now she now said, don't kill me on it. She was like, okay, do you mean we haven't talked about it yet? Okay, so don't kill me on the price. Don't charge me too much on that one. Because she was like, is that one going to cost more aside what I've sent to her? Something like that. She was not like, if mine will work, I don't want to go through all the setup again. It took me forever to get this, something like that. And I said, well, I actually don't charge much on the redesign. So I charge within the range of 200 to 500. But for you, I will give you for $200 only. Now, why is the reason why I'm giving her this kind of price? Is because I try to understand her that, okay, if I give her too much price, more than that, she might pay and she might not pay. So I'm trying to give her at a budget whereby she will be able to afford easily at that moment. You get me? So that's just it. So I now responded to this don't kill me stuff. And I said, no, I won't love. In fact, I don't. She now responded me back, do you think mine will work with some adjustments? And I now said to this, I replied to this one nigga, I said, I'm sure this is good with you. You know, I'm trying to confirm. So this is how I charge my buyer. You can also use this format as well. So that's it. So and I responded back to this, you think mine will work with some adjustment? And I said, well, it depends. If you are willing to get a new team, like changing your previous team to a new team, I'm trying to go back to that store design. So that's it. She now said, shoot, I got lucky getting this one work. I would have to start over and remember how I did it, Lord. Now, I now laughed back and I say, God, good, sorry, good, something like that. And she now said, what do you think? She was trying to ask for this one. And I said, it is good to be honest. Now, if I pay 900 total, my future is in our hands, Lord. Now, she's trying to sum both of the Claviosis funnel and the store design together. So she's trying to pay both the Claviosis funnel and the store design together. So that's why she's asking back. She now said, I will do on my best. I will do my best on my end. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It will never disappoint. I believe by the time we get, and there's something you need to know is that whenever you're scouting, let these people know that whenever you're doing store design or sales funnel yet, don't be like you are trying to get them sales while doing that yet. Let them know that when you get to marketing, that's when you can start getting traffic and probably sales. That's it. So I needed to let her know that it will never disappoint. I believe by the time we get to marketing, you are probably gonna thank me more, something like that. I'm trying to make her understand that marketing is also important. That is it. So I'm trying to prepare her mind ahead. That's just it. Now, the next thing I said, I believe in you. Typo error. I edited it already. So this is what I wanted to say, and I've said it. I believe in you. And she now said, and I in you as well. She said she believes in me as well. So she now said, let me go take care of this meeting and I'll be back at 7 p.m. Now she then said, I will send a message and go from there. Thank you so much for all your advice. I will talk to you soon if that's okay with you. That's it. And I said, all right, okay, no problem. Now talk to you soon. Bye. Take your time. I'll be expecting you. Same to you. Now, after some let's say more than an hour. Now she now came back. She now said, okay, I'm back. Wow, welcome back. And I said, good to see you. I'm sure you had a good time too. She now said, yes. I said I would. Now she now said, well, no, but it is okay. Let's talk some business here. Do you have a first name, by the way? And I said, oh, sure, I do. You want to know? She now said, please. All right. I'm Groupify John. I am bearing John. My real name is John. So I needed to add my business name and my real name to it, something like that. I said Groupify John. So that's just it. She then said, well, I Groupify John. Nice to meet you. So I was like, oh, so this was the reason why she asked. I said, okay, no problem. I now reacted with a love emoji with that message. So to make her feel like I appreciated that kind of response. I now responded. I said, so I proudly don't use John. Instead, I use sales to be related to marketing because the name then I used was the Groupify Sales. I've updated my name, so that's why it's Groupify Gibbs now. So that's just it. So the next thing I now said was, that's nice and cool to welcome in, lol. Thanks anyway. So you wanna tell me yours too? She now answered me. She said, I was just reading the chat here and there is a lot about scammers. Now, can you see that at this moment where she was about to pay me, she was now reading a chat about scammer. This kind of buyers. What would you feel if you get to this extent that you're about to convert them? Something like that. I was not like, she now responded that Shelly is her name anyway now, and that's all on the server, right? Because people were talking about scams on the server. This different kind of scams. Now, I was trying to let her understand that I'm different, I'm not a scammer, and I needed to let her know, of course, as long as I'm not a scammer. So I needed to let her know. And she now said yes. Shelly alone, I tried to confirm her name. She said really scary. Now, something like that. A buyer hearing a scam, she will feel very, very sad. So it is normal. So she needed to share up with me that why she's hearing about scams ups and down. So that's it. So I needed to calm her down, let her know, let her understand that no, no, you can't be scammed. You need to be calm. That's it. So she now responded to this name that it is Soul Imprint Shirley. I think if I'm not able to call it very well, permit me. So I say she now said, "Look, she now said just playing. Her real name is Chell." So that's it. Now and I responded to this, and I said yes. Eventually, that's why we keep the community safe because I was like a mod then in the server. So I needed to let her know that I'm striving to keep the community safe. Someone like me to get DMS and I ignore them and also report them. So to keep the community safe, if you got anyone trying to do so, kindly use the appropriate channel in that server. You can also do this kind of thing to save yourself from uh uh should I call it harassment from the buyer. So you won't feel like you are one of them. So you can also you get DMS and you're trying to you just try to ignore them at times when you get them. So you should try to understand okay, you are both in the same shoe and you are not one of them. That's just it. Period. That's all. Now now moving to the next player, and I said, it's okay. Look. So Chelly is one of your name, and I'm gonna remember all time we be together, working to achieve a goal. She now said, got it. That's kinda what why I'm glad we are doing this way. That there was a couple of things said earlier that was weird from other people. Now she's trying to respond to this message of me saying you are safe with me. She was not like, okay, I'm glad. Now and I said, oh, what was that? To this message, she said she finds something. Now and she now said like wanted to get to me on different level. Now why I am here now, not looking for a date, looking for success. What she was trying to say here is that there was some kind of people DMing her talking about something else instead of business. So she was not like, I'm not looking for a date, I'm looking for resources. You know, she has a goal. So she has a reason of being in Discord, or let me say on Discord. So that's it. And I responded, I said, oh, is that what you were saying? Now, and I said, eventually I am for success for real, nothing else. And I said, oh, I know it wasn't you, no worries. It was someone else. Okay, and I said, yeah, me too. In fact, I have been prepared to welcome your feedback so we can get started on the project as soon as possible. I am sure you are too. And I say, I was now responding to this one when she said I wasn't the one. etc. Some people came to her DM talking about something else. So I didn't know she did. So she was now like sharing up. That's why I said this thing is very, very important. Let's just imagine that I didn't build some kind of let me say level one communication relationship. If I didn't do that one, honestly, she wouldn't be telling me some things that she's telling me now. She wouldn't be doing so. So that's just it. So she told me these things just because she can trust me a little bit. Yeah, I can't say too much, that much, but she can still trust me a little bit. I now said, okay then, if they do best tips, ignore them with full force, something like that. When they are talking about something else, not business. So and she now said those people got no time to face their life, just purchasing wrong things. So I'm trying to encourage her to leave them alone. etc. She now say yes, please, but just nervous on paying out that much to someone I don't know. I said that she don't really know me much and maybe trust 100% like, but she still trusts me a little bit. She was not like, you understand. I hope something like, she was trying to explain to me that okay, I don't understand these things, and I don't know you, but it is kind of scary and nervous to pay that kind of huge money to me at once. Now, and I responded, I said, oh, yeah, I understand. In fact, I am happy. I am someone you can trust because I want to send, I'm trying to note this so that she will feel patient and she will feel trust that she will be able to trust me. Okay, okay, okay. All right, I can rely on this, something like that. So, or I too, I can, see, but if I want to try another method, in fact, I can also make use of this server, Tips Club. I'm the owner of Tips Club with many success stories, etc. Because I have many dropshippers that I have helped personally myself in getting sales as well. So that's just it. So I can also use it if I don't want to use Zendrop Enthusiastic. So that's it. And I said, so chill it all the way, not to be in any worries. And I said, you have anything to say or facing any issue, we have your back. That's it. So she now said, so I printed off the page you sent me and I looked up some of the abbreviations so I can maybe understand some more of what I'm doing. She tried to print out the file that I sent to her. Can you see? So amazing. So she tried to print it out and read it again so she can understand what I sent to her. She now said, and thank you to this. So that's just, and I said, oh wow, you did that. She said yes. Okay. I'm so surprised. I'm so happy to be on. That's good. It is really useful for real. She now said, yes, I want this to work. And I said, and I am sure you're gonna see the good way. You know, I said, hope so. Now, I now responded that, of course, the positive mindset will help. So, are you ready for this? She now said, yes, let's make this happen. Start from the beginning. Well, remember, it's the same day. We have been talking same day, but it took us hours. It took me hours to convert this lady. So that's just it. But let's check it out. If I was able to convert her in the long run, because I don't want to talk here, but let's check. Now, all right, what payment method do you use? Because she said, let's make this happen. She now says, CC, that's this credit card. And I said, oh, okay, what about paper though? She now said, I can, but I haven't used that in a while. Send me a link for payment through them. And I said, oh, no worries, you can use it. We just discussed about payment over here. So she was like, she never used paper for a while. So that's why. So she needed me to put her through. So I needed to put her through everything. So I needed to let her understand, and that's good. You are going to need it for me, Lord. Now, she said she has sent it, but she needed to snip to it, something like that. It's a He now said, so I put her through, and she was able to get it. And let's check out if she made the payment or not. Now, before she sent over here, we also discussed that now the paper, where do I, that's the about the paper. Now, want to send. So, how much do you think I need to change my page? If so, I will pay 900. It is 700 for all that was on my page you sent me. So, I was now like, okay, 900. Why don't I make it 1000? Because I feel like, okay, 1002 would be nice. If I'm able to get $1,000 from her, I will feel like, okay, that's a kind of a whole grand. That's it. So I want it to be that kind of amount. So that's it. So I now respond. I say, yeah, the page I sent you cost 700. Why the website redesign cost $200? So it is in total of $900. Just imagine. And I said, oh boy, with the dot. She was not like, it's just like exclamation of long dots. Like, oh boy, I don't know how I can express this. It is it. So that's just it. I think you'll be able to understand with this kind of relative thing that she wrote here. Now, and I said, or if possible, you want to get more features on the site, you can pay $1,000 in total. Lord. Now, I was not like, I want her to pay that grant I've explained earlier. So that's just it. I needed to ask her to hear of her opinion first. She now said, so with this payment, do you put in thing I need, or both of us, or how does this works once I pay? It is just a lot of money, I don't have much left after that. She wants to verify that, okay, if she's paying that kind of amount, does she need any other thing that she needs to know about? Like, are we doing the work together? Am I doing the work, or she will be doing the work that will be putting her through etc. So she was trying to, and I say everything from A to Z that is written on that page is included. After you make your payment, I'll be installing an app to your store to get it set. Then you sign up and I do the rest for you. So you won't ghost me after payment, right? She's still feeling like, hope this is not a scam. I want you to understand this, that whenever you're starting with these buyers, always feel too that these people that you're trying to convert, don't you feel like they also have a kind of mindset that, is this person not going to scam me? So you to sometimes be patient, understand them, understand how they feel, and make them understand that you understand them, but make them trust you that they can trust you, of course. That's just it. And I say, okay, I understand you. Beside, I am even helping you with the design. So if you wanna learn with me along, I'll give you update for sure. Now, I now responded to this now. I said, I pledge, I will not, as long as you can trust me. I was trying to pledge you that, okay, I will not ghost you, trust me. It's just like a trust, as long as I'm not doing that. And as for the FUG, we don't do that. So that's just it. So I needed to let her understand. She now said, I have been scammed hard before. So that's why all this question. She said she has been scammed so hard. I don't know the amount that she has been scammed before. So this kind of they feel so much skeptical whenever they want to pay, whenever they have been scammed before, etc. So that's just it. And I said, I am more trusted and fancy to be with the Zendrop team, so you don't have to ever panic like this. Look, I'm still trying to attach this Zendrop kind of thing because Zendrop is trusted. Zendrop is a drop shipping supplier that has many, let's say millions of users. So that's just it. So I wanted her to understand that I am never going to scam her. And I want her to understand that everything I promise her will be done, of course. So that's just it. So I needed to add more content to as well. Okay, was Kendall noticed that you are feeling somehow skeptical? Now I was trying to let her understand. I understand why she was feeling skeptical. Now, well, skeptical is a great fear that comes to I was trying to convince her, etc. And I feel free to spy on etc. I'm also referring back to the portfolio that I've sent to her, so she can also be convinced again that this is what I will work on, and you can message them to confirm if I was the one, etc. I just want her to believe me, of course, that I am going to do the work as I have promised, as we have both concluded. So that's just it. So I sent her a store link again, and I said, now she now responded with, already seen that one, not bad, but now where near oh god, I can't read that. And it does look like my a lot. Well, here you go. Now she sent the payment. This is the payment. She sent the $1,000 payment and it was confirmed later. So that was how I was able to convert this list. So she made the payment and I confirmed, and that was how the conversion went. So as you can see, and or let's just quickly brief about the hour that I was used to able to convert this list. It was 8:25. She made the payment at 8:25, and I messaged her by 4 p.m. So it's just like 4 hours interval, and there are even more. There are even more messages that I can show you guys that I even converted them in less than 4 hours, and there are more that it is more than one day, 2 days. So what I'm trying to let you guys understand over is that I want you guys to know that you can convert these people, but you need to be patient, and at times you need to also be curious, but not too much curious. I'm not talking about curious to disturb your buyers, but be curious to update them, follow up with them, ask about updates to see if everything is going fine, to see if they need help, to see if what they promise is going to get into it, and that's how it goes. So she made the payment and we confirm, and she made the 1,000. Remember, she was going to make 900 before, but after I added more content, like more features, etc. So she was able to get convinced about it. And this is not the only project I got for her from her. I was able to upsell her because the thing is, I delivered an outstanding service to this lady. So I was able to upsell her very, very well, and she paid rightly well. And I was able to help her to get a good Shopify store, good looking store, and I was able to help her market her store online to get sales as well. A lot of things. So that's just it. So I hope with this little message that I've been able to take us through, we're able to gain one or two things from these messages. So if you have any question, you can ask your question in any section. Let's say you have the chance to ask question anywhere on this when watching, let's say after watching this video, anyway you see this page, so just ask your question and you'll be responded as soon as possible. So before we go, so let's quickly check one more message that I have over here. In fact, I have many messages, but I can only show you few of them. So that's just it. So I have another one over here. Her name, she's also a lady. Yeah, she's also a lady. So I'll be walking us through our communication together. Now she's also in my server because I invited her to my server in the long run. Now we happen to have chatted in the server before, and it was the Zendrop server because we chatted in the server, and the reason why we have been chatting in this server is because she came into this server with an issue, like she need an help with something, and I was able to relate with her. Okay, what kind of help do you need? What is the issue with your store? And I was able to solve her issue. And from there, I was able to convince her to come to my DM. Now she came to my DM. She now said, I can send you my link to look at store, but it is not done at all. And I said, okay, sure. Feel free to share it with me. Can you see? She DM'd me myself, I was able to convince her to come to my DM. Now this is a Shopify store link, and this is a Shopify store link. I checked it out. I said, give me a minute. Okay, okay. Now that's a little slang of saying okay. Now I also understand that, at the beginning I might not really understand that very well over here, but as time goes on, as I was saying that she was replying with that kind of, I was able to understand that. Okay, that is how she responds, so it's fine. Now, if you see her profile over here, I know some people feel like, this person wrote, hi everyone, I'm new starting my dropshipping business. I'm a mother, a wife, etc. Lot. Some people might feel like seeing this profile section might be fake, etc. Trust me, some people might have it like this, they might be fake, of course, but at times don't have that kind of mentality. No, anybody can be your buyer. Anybody. So feel free to message anybody and feel free to respond to anybody in the server. Respond politely. Don't respond like, are you into dropshipping? Respond professionally. We talk about something being official. That's it. Respond to them officially. That's just it. As long as you have a brand, you can use we. That's it's fine. And you can use I in the message in the inbox. So that's just it. So you now say, so Lord, this lady was helping me setting up the behind the scene. Now she was trying to explain that somebody helped her with her store before, but she didn't do it very well. That it was frustrating. And I needed to let her calm down. Like, okay, eventually I had my feedback. Eventually, I had to say my feedback now on the store I checked. And I said, the store is pretty basic. I mean basic. So I just shorted it. I didn't want to say it finish. And then she now said, I take all constructive criticism, no worries. Now she was like, okay, if I'm going to say bad about her store, she is ready to accept everything. There are some buyers that feels like that. So I was now like, okay, no problem. I now give her a thumbs up. Now I said, "All right, that's good." Now, well, what is the delay, if I may ask? I was trying to ask a question about this one. Now, because she said I was going to do it myself, but this is very frustrating. I have never created my online store. She has never made it enough yet because I was able to help her get a new store redesign with a premium team in the long run. But before we get there, let's quickly go through. I was able to convert her. Now, she now said, I have been through. Remember, at this center, we have not gotten any project yet. She's also new to my DM, and I'm also new to her DM. Now, she now said, I've been looking at other demo pages people have sent on even YouTube video. I just need help. I had one lady who I was going to add to my staff because the plan I can have two agents. Like that is, she can add two people to help her store. So something like that. She now says she still needs help. And I said, oh well, you still need the help in the long run because I have also been in your shoe. Now, I am trying to tell her this because you meet some buyers, they will feel like they are watching YouTube videos, so they are okay with it or something. You need to convince them, let them know that YouTube videos will waste their time, and it's true. I personally, the day that I don't know, let me say those days that I don't know much about Shopify, I went to YouTube videos to watch, but when I started watching those YouTube videos, it was just like a magic when they were explaining. So I don't really understand. So it can't be like you sitting one on one with someone or getting an help with someone and giving you back the explanation. That's just it. And I said, but the fact is, it can never be when a person sit down with you and teach you or hire someone to help you. I'm talking about it. So that's it. I now said, haven't you thought like this before? And I said, okay, so she hasn't gotten started yet. Like, I'm responding to two messages at a time. And I said, that is a fact to this. That's it. Now she now responded to this too. She has a, she now said she has not. That is, she has not gotten access to the store yet. But the store, the lady, she said the lady was going to help her then, and that's just it. So let's quickly jump into where we talked about some things. Now, and I said, oh, okay, well, and I said, okay, well, if she can go for it, and if you need my help, I am surely open for sure. Now the lady was helping me, just wanted more money and money. Sorry, she now said, I just wanted more and money, like $100 for organic traffic. She said 10 sourcing apps for $250 and slash piece, and I am like, who has that type of money just sitting around? She was like, because I was able to realize that, you see, this lady that she's talking about, this lady didn't let me say, showcase herself professionally enough. That's why she missed this buyer. Assuming this lady was able to organize herself very, very professional, she would have been able to get consistent order from this lady. But the way she organize herself, at least this kind of boy she's talking about, she paid more than it to me, but it was the way I was able to organize this project professionally. That's just it. That was how I was able to convert this buyer successfully. That's it. So let's move on. So I now said, Lord, she built it. She now said, so I have been told trusting people in the process have been hard for me. Now, it is normal for buyers, new buyers, they will have trust issues. Just have it in mind. So that's why you need to find a way to convince them to trust you. I've showed you one for the first message, and I'm also showing you another one here. How she was able to gain my trust. It is still the branding. Trust me, it is the branding. And another thing is my communication skills. So those two things, go and learn more about it. Make sure you're able to perfect your branding and your communication skills. And I just needed someone that will be genuinely help me. Can you see? She's looking for someone that will genuinely help you. Now, what did I say? And I said, well, I don't know how she does her own, but my price starts from $80. Now, I have a gig there. And I said, as I can design a good looking store for a perfect and responsive and modernized store, you can find more details here. Can you see? I sent her my gig link, and my gig link has a review. So I was patient enough to send her that gig link, and she should go over it and check it out. Now she went. I think she went over it, and I replied to this kind of trust issues that she said she has. And I said, trusting people with a question mark. And I said, if eventually trusting people is hard for everyone, but with an organization trusted by millions of people, you can basically trust us for Zendrop. Can you see? I converted that with the use of this brand that is trusted. But at the same time, if you are able to build your own brand too, you will be trusted. You can also use your own brand to be trusted. It's very, very simple. You can use Fiverr. I've said it earlier. You can use Fiverr. You can use any kind of platform that you know is trust, that you are attached to it as a trust. That's it. Very, 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 very easy. Let's say I want to use Fiverr. I can say, as long as I'm working on Fiverr, Fiverr is trusted by millions of live, etc. So you can trust me. So there's no room for scam on Fiverr. So that's just it. So, and I said, then the help is available at your front for sure. And that's a fact. I am looking at what you just sent. She now said, what you just sent, you're probably going to be my go-to person. Can you see, with a smile emoji? Now, seeing this message, it is a big happiness for me. You know why I say it's a big happiness? Because after sending this gig link, I was not like, before I know what I'm doing, but I was not like, am I making the right decision sending out this gig link? But at the same time, I was now thinking that, well, let's see what she will say. But in the long run, to my own surprise, she responded saying, she's interested in my gig. Let's just put it that way. Like, she chose me as a go-to person. That is the person she has been looking for. I am the person. That is it. So I reacted with this emoji and this kind of blush emoji, and this love. And I said, inspired by group. If I check my past stores. That's why I told you, you need proofs. Trust me, you need proof. So just gather proof so you'll be able to convert these people very well. Even though, just get it. You have designed stores before. If you haven't designed stores before, go to Shopify Team Store. Go to these teams and go to store design using these teams. You get stores example, you get fine stores, a lot of stores. So that's just it. So we move forward, and that was how everything was going. And I said I designed them by my creative hands with a light smile emoji. And I said, that's great news. Let me know when you are. Like when she's ready. Now say, love, 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 love those stories. I couldn't pull up the last one for some reason. I think she was talking about the sites. Yeah, and remember, if you can remember, this sole imprint was from the last buyer. So I finished this site then. So I was using it as a proof for others buyers as well, because when I designed this store finish, the buyer then liked this site, and I also liked this site, and a lot of other people liked it. So she was so impressed, and so I was able to pick that store too, to use it as a portfolio. That's just it. So let's move forward. She now said, love those stories. I couldn't pull off the last one for some reason. So I wanted to ask the difference between Shopify website design and the premium Shopify store design. Now she was asking for my basic package and my premium package on that gig link that I sent to her. Now I said it isn't, so I now try to explain my package. So I should now say I see loss from those looks. And so In the long run, she contacted me and she placed another on my basic on my standard package. My standard package then was 160. Yes, it was 160. She listed it here, $160. So she placed another on my 160 package. So if you look here, like, what are we talking about? It is about branding and the communication. That is, if you're able to build these things very, very professionally, trust me, you'll be able to gain conversions from anybody you message. Do you get it? And I've given us example of welcome message you can use. You can end it with, "Hey there, how you doing? I am this and that. Would you mind I ask you some questions?" So it will make it look official. So if they be like, "Go on," then you go on asking your question. Whether you want to ask, are you into dropship? Whether you want to ask, are you shipping worldwide, or are you shipping locally? Those kind of little questions that you won't make them feel like you are other people. And trust me, if you chat in a special different way, trust me, you'll be able to gain conversion from any social. Just look at it over here. After she placed the another, she said, "I'm actually looking at Teams now, like a premium thing," and I sent her links, and that was how everything was going until, this is a team. She went to snap a team to me that she likes this kind of team and etc. So she placed another, and that was how everything went. Now this is, he said, "Okay, do you want me to go back and purchase the plan now?" I think that was for the team stuff, but she was already, yeah, yeah, yeah. So she placed another on my gig. Then I think I'm gonna need a team that is included in this plan for sure. So we were discussing about the premium team included with the plan, because we discussed about I mean, my package talks about a premium team or a free team and the basic thing. So she went for the premium team. She was now asking like, am I going to sell her a premium team separately? That was my plan before, but after I realized that she was now asking that question, I didn't want her to lose hope on my package. So I needed to, okay, don't worry, I'll give you a team for free without. So she now sent me a screenshot. She paid for the package. This is it, $160. Fiverr charges is included. That's why it's 168. So she paid for the package, and that was how I got the order from her. And I was able to upsell her. At least this buyer, if I am able to sum up, I was able to get a project nothing less than $2,000 from her and more. So that is just it. It deals with communication and upselling. I was able to upsell her, and that, and we went into the store design, everything. I got everything done professionally. So that is just it. So that is what we call professional act, and that's just it. That she's a lady, she's a lady, and I was able to understand them very, very well. And for the first lady, I was able to understand that woman very, very well. And this person too, I was able to understand her very, very well. Now, I also have men too. Don't take like it's only lady. I have a man over here. I have a man over here so that I can show you guys. The man is over here. He's a man. He only used his, I don't know, maybe his daughter or his wife here head as a picture. So he's a man actually. So that's it. So let me show you how I was able to convert this. Eventually, this person, I didn't converted him the day that I messaged him. I mean that he messaged me. And another thing is that we have been talking in the server as well. Yes, we have been talking in the server. So we chatted in the server, and she came to my DM, and I was able to drive her to my DM with a kind of logic of saying, let's do it this way. Would you mind we talk? Would you mind we continue our conversation privately? All those kind of different conversation. And I can see that servers today, you can't see those kind of conversations. So there are many ways that you can use to drive them into your DM. You can go through their mail. Let's say they drop their store, you can go to their store, go to their email, and different kind of logics that you can use to get them. Just think about what you can see and get them into your DM. That's just it. Very, very simple. And he came to my DM and I said, "What advice you have for beginners?" Can you see? She came asking this question. "What advice do you have for beginners?" I was not like, "Oh, what kind of advice are you asking?" Okay, no problem. And I said, "I got tons of advice, Lord, but one very important one I will give you is to be focused and get a mentor to keep you from falling and failing." As far a lot of people do this alone, but they are nowhere to be found. So if you have a mentor or guidance, then you are covered. Meanwhile, what is your name and what is your region? Now he responded that answers. and United States? She now said yes. I said, oh great, call me Gibbs. Also located generally at, and I responded with this. And for the team, I'm trying to include all this kind of thing to make it interactive enough. And she now said, I got a shoe store, but adding drop shipping unnecessary like shoelaces, cleanser. She was trying to explain, and I said, hang on a sec, check out these stores and tell me about it. I sent her these stores example too to check it out. These are the stores that I've also designed myself personally. Now he went over to check it out. He said, I just long way couples of days. That is the site that is using it. He just launched it, and then it was designed with a premium and with a basic theme. It's not good at all. So that's it. So she now it was not like he launched the site few days ago, and I now sent him more sites to check it out. And I said, got you, check out these stores I send. Do you like them? She now said the better layout and more supportive. You know why I'm doing this? Because I want them to give me review or feedback, how they feel about this store. So if they're able to give me a feedback of those stores, so I will now able to be judge them that okay, why is now your store not like that? What do they think about it? So things like that. That's why I was able to do it like that. So that's why I'm asking them those kind of questions. So as he was able to respond with good response, I was happy. So I was able to react to this kind of two message. Like that's it. So he now said, I know I have work to do on Shopify to get it better. It was like, oh, now I see that I need to work more on my Shopify. So and I said, that's very good feedback of you with a grinding teeth, because I know that I already got him already. So I'm happy that he was able to even give me a good feedback about it. Now it was not like learning. And I said, well, I guess you do like them. So I now responded to this. I know I have work to do on Shopify. Now I was not trying to convince him that maybe he wouldn't feel like yeah, fúnra ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe. So he wouldn't disturb himself about doing it himself. So I was not like going to convince him so that I can help him do it. And I said, sure, but it also matter you don't stress your time on some aspect, which means some gigs got you covered. All those sites you recently reviewed are all designed by a professional, which means it can only take years for a professional to learn all this and become an expert in finishing a modern site within few days compared to a new beginner. So all I'm saying is it will take you a lot of time to design a kind of website like that. Now, however, I got you covered though. I got you a gig. How would you like to check it out? I was trying to convince this person to buy my gig. Remember, I'm trying to sell him a gig directly. I'm not making use of DP, I'm not making use of any other thing. I'm trying to recommend him a gig. So if you are someone working on Upwork or any other platform, you can also make use of your project. Anyone that you want to make use of. So I made use of my gig and I was able to convince him. Now he didn't respond fast, so I needed to tag him once. That are you there? And I said, jumped, I shower getting kids ready for school. He had kids, so he needed to take them to school. And I said, I did the Anthony Marison course, trying to see what happens. That is, he bought a course from a mentor, those kind of mentors. So, and just imagine a person that bought a course that is not even getting any sales yet. So that's just it. And I said, oh, didn't notice that, no worries. So, and then about this. And I said, oh, cool. Now we know you are a lady law. Now, can you see? Now, this is where I figured out that he was not a lady. And I said, hold on, you mean you bought the course from Anthony Marison? And I said, yeah. And I said, and I ain't no lady. That is, he's not a lady. So this was how I was able to know that he wasn't a lady. That I was like maybe it was a lady before when I saw this profile picture, and when he even said I was showering for his kids. So I was not like maybe a woman should be doing that. But now he now replied me that it wasn't a lady. And I also asked him, hold on, you mean you bought a course from Anthony? I didn't know this person truly. But I was like, I want to act like someone that I know. So I can be able to speak to him that the course that you bought, what is the result? I don't because I'm sorry, I don't fancy course. I don't tell people to go and buy course or to do dropshipping source etc. No. But I was trying to convince the reason why I'm doing this is because I just want her to buy my gig. That's it. So you just need to find strategies, not spoiling other people's service, but some things that that people are wasting time on and you want them to get into the right thing. So that's what I was trying to do over here. Now And I said, "Oh, we understand you, law. Now, so you're a man. That's great. You're a good man." And I said, "Okay, so how is it? How is it?" And I said, "Because I never for once believe in those courses. Listen now." And I said, "Believe me, I create online courses and I have for once bought them, but they never worked out, lol. And so far, a lot of people. So it is something I know. Hang on, do you think all those thoughts I sent to you were brought out from the idea of courses?" Like I was trying to convince him, okay, now look at it. Do you think that all those thoughts that I sent to you, do you think that it was from the idea of courses? No, never. So that is the best winning feature, is to have the right gig. So the best winning feature is to have the right gig. And I say, yeah, I don't know why. I keep trying. Can you see? He that bought a course, he don't even know how to design a website, and he said he has a course. So that's it. I was able to convince him enough because it's all right. So he now said, "Yeah, I don't know why. I keep trying." Now, I need to tell him that you might have bought that course for about a grand. I don't know, but trust me, these gigs I'm gonna recommend doesn't cost up to a grand, and it is very efficient, affordable, and effective for our choice. I'm trying to let him know that okay, this kind of gig that you have even bought, this kind of course that you have even bought, the gig that I'm trying to even recommend to you doesn't cost up to that. Telling buyers this kind of thing would make them understand, okay, 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 this is much more about what you're trying to sell to me or that you're trying to recommend to me. And that's to give me a sec to share you the gig link I'm talking about. Now it was not like now, I now said again, I said, I got you. Do you trust Brian from site if it is trusted? Now, this is a kind of simple question that you can use to drive people attention when you're trying to convert them from a certain from a certain condition to your other account. There are some things that whenever you're messaging these people, when you want to drive their attention quickly into what you want to render them, so that you will make them understand at the beginning that this is what you want to do. This is what you need to tell them at times, and straight up they might consider or not. That's it. And I said, I got you. Do you trust buying from site if it is trusted? And I said, you there? Now, and I said, I am doing what I can, adding my personal inventory and see if what dropship I add to my side, heading to store to shop. Thanks for talk. Now it was like èmi tí mò ń bá yàn sọ̀rọ̀ gan that is not giving me any response. So I was not like why? So he was doing another thing during the time that I was messaging him. So he wasn't giving me enough response. So I needed to tag him until he said this. Now, and I said this again. I said, it is alright. Let me just share you the gig link. I don't want you to get lost about this. The gig has it all. Now, oh, no worry. You meet it here when you're back. Yeah, I dropped him the store link to have a look. This is it. Now, I said, take a tour on everything and shoot me your feedback. He said, what is catch on this? He said, and I said, huge success. And I said, what is gonna cost me? He said, it is all there and it is categorized. Should I share you the design gig? I said, I mean the gig for getting a professional online store setup. Give me a sec to check it out. And I said, here you go. I needed to get him the gig list. I needed to let him know that he should give me some time. He was asking like, what is it gonna cost me? How much is it going to cost him to get him the design gig that he wants? That's it. Now, the story design that he wants. So that's it. So I needed to send him the gig link to get it done for him. And the basic package was just $100 only. And then he now said, thank you, I will check it out. All right, take your time. So you charge $100 for starting or organizing a website. He was asking a question. And I said, basically, for building professional, I needed to have some kind of important things to let him know and feel convinced. And that's it. And as you can see, the package are customized, so you can determine your choice to go for any as they involve different potential benefit. But every package is surely worth it. So what's up? You took the chance. He didn't respond later. So he now say, just trying to stay affordable. Let me find more about the program I'm in. Then I'll make a decision. I don't want to jump on another program. I wish I knew this first. He's trying to let me know that the course that he bought, he just bought it. So he was trying to go through it to know much about it first before doing anything else. So that was basically what he was trying to do. So he was now telling me that he needed to I should just give him time to study what he wants to do first before he does anything else. Now it was not like he sent me Starlink, this is Starlink, and I checked it out. This is his own shop, his own physical shop. He used the front of his physical shop as a banner on his store. So he said, I think the marketing course work, but I'm still figuring things out. Okay, I got you. But this is actually a risk-free system, for it is composed of the quality, safety, and growth. I'm just still trying to convince him to the gig that I recommended him, but he's still trying to, get lost about it. Now, and I said, how about traffic? Bought in sales for you yet? I'm trying to convince him from this one to my gig. He now said, sure, traffic is available. If you wanna get that a trial, if you wanna give that a trial, the package is available, and with that, it can help figure out more insight about your online store, if it is doing well or not. Here, I sent him the link of my Shopify marketing gig, and there he goes. He now says, so here is where I am so far. How can you help me get sales? So there are some buyers that you reach out to them, they will feel like their main concern is marketing. Some buyers don't even care about design or about anything. Some buyers care about marketing, that's all. Can you see that when I sent him my store my marketing gig, he was now saying that, so here is where I am so far. So he was not even kind of feeling interested in that redesign that I was pushing to him. But at the same time, let's find out if I got that redesign from him in the long run or not. Now I said, all right, give me a second to check it out. I add this to make it, I resent him the install link, and I think, yeah, yeah. Alright, so I read this content, and after he sent me his store link, because I needed to make it look like this so I can be able to click on it directly and check it out. That's it. So I redesigned the site. Yeah, this is the site. I redesigned the site myself. It's still active. So this is the site. The site is built with the streamline team. I redesigned the site myself. So this is the site, this is the full view of the site, and I made a redesign because before it was making use of a basic theme. So I made a redesign for his site, and it was looking good after the redesign. So that was it. So after sending, I sent him my content. Seems like he got an idea to revamp, etc. So I needed to convince him from there. Now the story was with family because he didn't respond to me so fast. I said, kindly ping me when you're available. So he now said, like, I open just need to do a small package to start. Then once I see results, to scale higher and learn. It seems everyone makes their dollar on Tishy instead of store really, and a page that allows me to add my own inventory I got. He's trying to explain some things that when you start earning very well, you'll be able to invest higher. You will meet some buyers like that. But there are more things that you can tell them. You just let them know that if they don't invest now, how do they expect to get the result they want then? So different kind of method that you try to convince them to invest that budget now so that they can get the results then. And I say, what is it? When I try to recommend him something over, hey, are you there? You have your dream capsule. I was trying different methods so that I can use to upsell him because it was very, very important for me to use and upsell him over there. And then the drip campaign are meant to convert your traffic into sales and traffic. However, the premium use of it is to generate more sales. Do you have a professional Facebook page? He say yes. He sent me his Facebook page, everything. I checked it out, and from there, I was able to convince him with his Facebook page. I needed to tell him that the Facebook page is not professional enough. He said it's an old account. I don't do much in social media. I'm getting started. I think my brother created. He was saying different kind of things. He said, I'm willing to start with small package to see results first. Do you got any sample website or proof of traffic or sales? So he was trying to say that he wants to do my basic package to see what is going on or not. A person that I messaged him some days ago, and October 16 later, it was, we messaged in the 11th and later 16th. That is after 5 days. Just imagine a person that came back after 5 days. Now different kind of strategies like that. Now I think, hold on. I'm not okay. All right, let's get here. So here he said his brother helped him, and he asked, this is where he asked for if my basic package has his proof etc. So yeah, I said, oh yes. Our recommendation, because we were just done reviewing the whole thing. Nice follow up, because I reviewed his Facebook page. I now needed to give him a feedback on his Facebook page first. And as you know, good look attracts good conversion. So we would be recommending you a small package of professional page setup with a good banner logo and little more followers to spice it up. It only cost 150 to 250, but I'm down to offer you for $200. Yeah, that was the price I gave him for a Facebook page setup. Can you see? So that is so simple. Now, and he now said, of course, I said, of course. And I said, and guess I've shared you some store sample before, but it's alright if you want to check out more. Kindly go through here. I sent him my portfolio site for Fiverr, and he went over to check it. He now said, so you create a new site or update my current one? I said, looks like you are considering a new site, right? And I said, alright, we'll make you a new site if you want that. And it can also cost you at least $100 on a free team, while a budget of 180 for a premium team. The max over here is the premium team, which is about 300 only, $300 only. And I say check it out here. I sent him my store design gig link. And I said, this just show me service. Yes, service and proof. That is our portfolio from Fiverr. I kind of was asking for real life Shopify store. Now he's asking for real life Shopify store that I real proof that will be able to see, to believe that I am able to generate sales or not. Now let's see my response. I now say, like Shopify store you could be able to track or something. Is that what you are talking about? If I got you. Now say everyone showing me their hustle and paid. I wanna check real pages that are produced. Can you see? That is, I'm not the only person that messaged this person. Can you see? And I said, I understand. I will be honest with you. Do you know it is also quite not that easy for professionals to drop the real performing online stores to a new person who were just made for it's obviously in a stake to share our other clients winning products with. What, let me just brief you about what I'm saying over here. I'm trying to convince him that, do you know that it is a kind of skeptical thing, or let me say a risky thing, to share other people's store when he was asking for real life sales proof, to share other people's store with him when those people have their own privacy of their own store, and in fact their own winning product. So I'm trying to let him know that I can't show him that. I'm trying to let him know that I have it, but I don't want to show him. And I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the store we share with you are not working fine, but trust me, we have students in our mentorship program who are already registered under us, and we both put it to restriction of not sharing their successful online store with others, to prevent their products from getting saturated easily. I was able to convince him with this kind of content. I said, I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. And I say, I know, but then I got no proof. I said, you actually have to worry. I say you actually have to worry not too much about me providing you a proof, because all this I've provided you is okay enough to prove to you that we are what you need. And I say, anyway, if you still feel skeptical about it, I understand. Run your check on this online store. I sent him two store. These two stores are making sales. So how this work, you gonna have access to my account. Don't worry, you can either provide, we are talking about access over there. So he hasn't placed an order yet. So now say, and what do you do for $200? Are you gonna get me traffic to Shopify store, bro? Now with the Shopify store, I now say yes. I had a tick. Now we discussed everything. He came to my Fiverr, he messaged me, and he placed his order. And this is where we will start to working on his product importation, design, and etc. So he placed another on my store, and this was how I was able to convert him. That is all. So this was where I think I sent my store link, and then everything goes well. Yeah. He contacted me with his account, and yeah, yeah. So I told him that I've sent him the link, and this is where we discussed, and I sent him a custom offer of 200 on Fiverr, and he accepted. So that was how everything went. So, and he accepted everything. So very, very simple. And that's it. But remember what we are talking about over here. It is our communication skills. If your communication is not perfect enough, you will not be able to convert these people professionally. That's just the fact. So I am hoping that with all these points that I've been able to drop so far, and with all these tips, I'm hoping that if you're able to improve your branding and your communication skills in order to convince and convert buyers easily in a strategic and superb way. Trust me, if you're able to learn dis thing very very well, you'll be able to master how to convert your buyers very very well. Yes, very very important, and I'm sure that if you're able to make use of dis point, you shall surely gain some. Okay, so one more thing I want to put you guys through before you go is joining Discord server, because I know this might be some of you guys question, like how to get Discord server, this and that, up and down, and don't worry, I'm going to treat everything. So Discord servers, you see Discord server nowadays, it is I can tell you, I can say that Discord servers are there are lots of Discord servers out there, but to find them sometimes it is quite hard. And most of the times, what I would recommend you to do most times is getting in touch with these people you are messaging already. Try getting servers from them. Like the people you message, like let's say for instance you message them, but they didn't seem to correspond to what you recommended them to, but they're like they are not interested, etc. Try asking servers from them. They have these servers that you want. That's one method. Another method is you can simply go to YouTube. I'm going to show you. Just go to YouTube. You can go to YouTube, then just, oh, um, I was headed to a video straight. So you can
All right,
just
so I'm
search for
here in Tampa checking out Miguel's
Mox.
brand new Cybertruck. He actually just got it yesterday.
Okay, so let's search start dropshipping business from scratch. You can use anyone in 2024. Let's use in 2024, something like that. So let's just check and see what we're looking for. So remember what we're looking for specifically over here is to get in touch with mentorship servers. Then if we're able to get in touch with this mentorship server, then we'll be able to get in touch with buyers. That is real Discord server, because these mentorships are the only people left joining server, gathering people together all the way from YouTube, all the way from social media, bringing them to Discord. So it is not all of them. So you might not expect it from all of them, but you can expect it from some. So let's check out this first YouTube video. So
You're officially
let's
ready.
check it out. So just come to the descriptions, check it out. If they have their Discord, yeah, this is their Discord. Join our Discord. So you click here, and it will take you right to the next place. So this guy is the owner of the Supreme Discord server. So that is how you join the Discord server. You go to the link, you click on you go to YouTube, you search for a keyword like that, then you tend to check the videos and you go to their descriptions, and from there you'll be able to get in touch with the link you want. Possibly if they have their Discord link connected. It is not all of them. Don't expect all of them. It's not all of them. So that's just it. I think it says unable to accept invite. But don't worry, I can get that solved later. But from your end, if you're getting that kind of issue, I will suggest you try another browser so you can get that resolved as soon as possible. And I think I'm able to get that side solved. And another method is you can go to you can go to Google search engine, search for private Discord servers. I know some of you might have heard about this method before, but you can just search for private Discord servers, and we have public here, and come here, check out some private Discord servers under this result. Sometimes you might need to go more deeper to be able to find a good server to join. So that's why you need to do more research on getting this good server, the right one to get in touch with. So let's check it. Let's check this out. All right, so we have many Discord servers here. So if you figure out that these ones are not ones you want, you can just come here and search. You can search for e-commerce or e-com, anyone. We have 113 servers. So a lot of servers that you can join, 91. Try joining this server, don't worry. If you're thinking there are not many enough, just try join. You can still say bye from there. And from there, if you try getting people that you are able to message, then you get servers from them too. So you'll be able to enlarge your servers. And I will recommend you something. Whenever you join a server, try uh how do I put it? Try to master these servers first for the first 3 days. Like if you join a server today, try to study this server for 1 to 3 days to know if this server is going to work for you or not. And then if it works for you, stick to it. You can find more servers to you. And if it doesn't, you need to leave it and find new servers. So that's just it. So I hope I'm able to help us with how to find servers on Discord. And to the next one I'll be helping you with is how to get right buyers to message. On servers, not everyone to are buyers, but at the same time, they are buyers there. So I can just recommend you to message people like this. People like playing something, yeah, them they can be interested as long as in is in the server. So it should be interested in dropshipping. So you can message people like this. Remember the welcome message that I gave you in the beginning. So you start with our welcome message, or we call it code message. Then you start with hello or hi, hello Mozi, how are you? I'm good before. So, so we would need to wait for this person to respond. Actually, I'm not gonna wait
Yeah.
on this video, but you need to wait because immediately you send this message, it doesn't go right into the DM, it goes into the message request. So the more you send messages, the more it appears in the message request. There's no matter how you send more messages, it will still be in the message request. So just wait till they respond. But don't wait on one person. So the more you wait, the more you're wasting your time. So just keep on messaging more people until you have people that will be able to check your message request and respond to your message. And from there, the tips that I've been able to give you guys, you can be able to add it to it successfully. So I hope I'm able to give you enough tips and strategies that you can use to help yourself in getting conversion from your scouting. If you're using any kind of scouting method before, trust me, if you apply this to your scouting method, and I'm sure that if you're able to gain ideas from those part of messages I've showed you guys, you'll be able to secure a better conversion from your scouting, and you'll be able to secure a better conversion from those wasted buyers that you have wasted. You can try them again using your account, go to them again and try the method. And I'm sure that if you're able to try those methods, you should be able to gain conversion, real conversion, good conversion from there. So thank you for watching once again.
Yeah.
Uh, I wish you the best.